Yo, what is up, Drip Feed fam? Get ready, because we're diving headfirst into the hottest stories hitting the entertainment world right now. First up, Oscar-winning filmmaker Ethan Coen and his wife Tricia Cooke are dropping their latest project, a self-described lesbian B-movie titled Honey Don't, and they're not holding back on their vision for queer representation. This film promises to be a wild ride, continuing their exploration of themes from drive-away dolls with a fresh, bold narrative. Then, we've got a deep dive into the reception of Honey Don't, with reviews calling out Margaret Qualley's standout performance while questioning the film's narrative structure. Is it a groundbreaking piece or a series crammed into a movie? We break down the critical buzz and what it means for this unique cinematic venture. And finally, we're revisiting the buzz around Honey Don't, with another critical look that highlights Margaret Qualley's undeniable talent, even within a film that some critics feel could have been more cohesive. Stick around for all the details and make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on. Heterosexual is fine, but enough. That's the bold statement from Oscar-winning filmmaker Ethan Coen and his wife Tricia Cooke regarding their latest cinematic venture, Honey Don't. This self-described lesbian B-movie follows up their 2024 road film, Drive Away Dolls and Divies Headfirst into Queer Representation, a theme championed by Cooke, who identifies as a lesbian. The film stars Margaret Qualley as private investigator Honey O'Donoghue, on a case stemming from a car accident in Bakersfield, California, with a supporting cast including Aubrey Plaza, Charlie Day, Billy Eichner, and Chris Evans as a charismatic cult leader. Coen, known for his iconic collaborations with brother Joel, admits he just sort of went along for the ride, while Cooke was the driving force, stating she wouldn't have had any interest in writing a heterosexual detective story. The film navigates a neo-noir genre with a 70s Bakersfield vibe, featuring Qualley embodying a 1940s detective archetype, a deliberate gender flip in the traditional detective genre. Despite the challenges of modern filmmaking, where only big brand or indie films get financed, Coen and Cooke managed to bring their unique vision to life with focus features, creating a film that pushes boundaries and explores new narrative territories. Audiences and critics are buzzing about the film's daring themes and performances, particularly Qualley's, as it challenges conventional storytelling and embraces a fresh perspective on genre filmmaking. Don't go anywhere, because the conversation around this film is far from over. Next, we're dissecting the critical reception and exploring if Honey Don't truly delivers on its promise. Honey Don't is a low-budget movie from writer-director Ethan Coen, centering on Private Eye Honey O'Donoghue, played by Margaret Qualley, who investigates a young woman's disappearance. The film is noted for its unique approach to genre, featuring a plot where nearly every woman Honey encounters is a lesbian, including an unconventional cop played by Aubrey Plaza. The narrative also includes a detective played by Charlie Day, who persistently tries to get close to Honey, and a shady Reverend Drew Devlin portrayed by Chris Evans. Despite its mad action comedy elements and moments of intense action, one reviewer found the film felt more like the opening to a Netflix drama than a standalone theatrical experience, especially given its 89-minute runtime. The film is noted as the second in a lesbian B-movie trilogy, with its screenplay available in a book alongside Drive Away Dolls, originally titled Drive Away Dykes. A point of confusion for the reviewer was the inconsistent aspect ratio displayed during the screening. Overall, while enjoyable for its chaotic nature and performances, the film's narrative cohesion and technical presentation were points of discussion. But is this quirky narrative enough to win over audiences? Next, we're diving into another review that weighs in on Margaret Qualley's performance and the film's overall impact. Margaret Qualley is stealing the show in Ethan Coen's latest film, Honey Don't. Critics are praising her swagger and commanding presence, suggesting she's a more talented actress than Hollywood often gives her credit for. The film, a companion piece to Drive Away Dolls, casts Qualley as private investigator Honey O'Donoghue, tasked with looking into a string of murders that might be connected to a charismatic strip mall church leader played by Chris Evans. While Honey doesn't necessarily solve all the crimes, she gets them on record with the help of a sharp cop played by Aubrey Plaza. The film leans heavily into atmosphere, with Qualley exuding an old-school charm reminiscent of classic noir stars, even as the contemporary setting presents its own challenges. Co-written by Ethan Coen and his wife Tricia Cooke, Honey Don't shares a tone with Coen brothers' earlier works like Raising Arizona, but some reviewers feel it lacks the cohesive punch of films like Fargo, possibly due to the absence of Joel Coen's input or restraint. The film features plenty of nudity and explores themes of sexuality, with Qualley and Plaza's characters growing closer, continuing the lesbian theme from Drive Away Dolls. While Evans gets to stretch beyond his Marvel persona, some critics felt his character could have been more integrated into the central plot. The film is described as a television series crammed into a 90-minute movie, leaving some loose ends untied, but Qualley's performance is consistently highlighted as a major strength, deserving of bigger, more substantial roles. Can Qualley's star power elevate the film despite its narrative shortcomings? We'll explore another perspective on this buzzy new release in our final news segment. Margaret Qualley is once again capturing attention in Ethan Coen's Honey Don't. Critics are noting her undeniable swagger and strong performance, suggesting she possesses qualities that even the director may not have fully anticipated. As a private investigator delving into a series of murders, Qualley's Honey O'Donoghue navigates a chaotic world that includes a potentially sinister church leader, played by Chris Evans, and a helpful cop portrayed by Aubrey Plaza. The film, co-written by Ethan Coen and his wife Tricia Cooke, continues the exploration of queer themes introduced in Drive Away Dolls, with Qualley and Plaza's characters developing a connection. While the movie aims for a neo-noir atmosphere with classic Hollywood undertones, some reviews point out that it feels more like a collection of intriguing one-liners and atmospheric scenes than a fully resolved narrative, likening it to a TV series condensed into a feature film. Despite these criticisms regarding narrative cohesion, Qualley's performance is consistently lauded, with many believing she is ready for larger, more prominent roles beyond independent films. The film's willingness to shock and awe, and Ethan Coen's apparent comfort in exploring bold themes, are also noted, though some wish for more restraint or a tighter focus, similar to his earlier works with his brother Joel. This film has certainly sparked a lot of conversation, but what's next for these filmmakers and stars? Stay tuned for our rapid-fire recap and full call to action. And that's a wrap on today's Drip Feed. We covered Ethan Coen and Tricia Cooke's bold new lesbian B-movie, Honey Don't, starring Margaret Qualley and Chris Evans, and dissected the critical buzz around its unique narrative and performances. If you loved this update, smash that like button, subscribe to Drip Feed for all your entertainment news, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment. Follow us on all social platforms to join the conversation. See you next time.